It's fantasy draft season, and today we're going to look at a bunch of running backs who are climbing draft boards right now as we speak. We're going to look at 25 to 30 of them, see what they're doing per the market, look at the advanced metrics and everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're talking about these players every day. We're talking about strategies every day. In season, waiver wire every day, pickups every day, trades every day, dynasty, redraft, everything else. Click that button. Stop missing out. I'm going to help you win your leagues. But the first running back off the board that we're going to look at right now, Kyren Williams. He's still going to be getting opportunity. He's still going to be getting workload, even with Blake Corum there. Blake Corum is going to be a good buffer until the wheels fall off. They're going to use Kyren Williams till the wheels fall off. It's going to be downgraded a little bit because, of course, they want him to last, but he's still going to be getting a lot of workload and opportunity. Probably still be pushing around 75% opportunity share. Probably won't be getting those games where he's getting like 30 opportunities in a game. Might not be getting those. Hopefully not, so he can last the whole season. But he'll still be getting enough workload in the passing game, still be getting used between the tackles, still be getting his opportunity. It's going to tear down when he does start getting hurt, but Blake Corum's there to step up. Last year, 4 targets a game, 11.5% target share. The opportunity share was huge, especially when it was going off in the back 9 of the season when they really needed him, but he was very productive. RB8 in fantasy. Due to that, he's a good discount right now. Isaiah Pacheco, round 4 draft capital. You can really start off good at wide receiver, get him as your RB1, and your build's looking strong, honestly. He's going to be used a lot. He got you 5 RB1 weeks last year. That is something that you want from your running backs who are getting drafted on top end. That is a running back that's going to allow you to win some games this year. Also give you stable production. You're going to catch at a discount and still able to stock up at wide receiver. Isaiah Pacheco in a great offense, fueled up, steamed up by Patrick Mahomes, and you're getting him in round 4, round 3, probably in your home league draft. That's good to go. Rashad White, you're probably going to catch him in like round 5 of your home league draft. Maybe if you live up in my area, maybe round 6, maybe. But this guy's productive. He's using the passing game. He's added discount. So at this discount, usually a running back with this kind of production, look below me. Look at all those green candlesticks. Week in, week out, RB1, usually round 3 higher. Easy. Easy. Getting work in the passing game. Juice between the tackles a little bit. Not super efficient in the run game, but very good in the passing game. 4.1 targets a game. 12.7% target share on the season. Almost 16 rushes a game. That is a running back that you want. You want that workload. You chase the workload. Round 6 ADP, round 5 probably in your home league draft. Rashad White, a good RB1, maybe even RB2 for your fantasy team. James Conner is the story of dependability here. RB26, round 8 draft capital. Good production when he's healthy on the field. Of course, Trey Benson is here, driving the price down. He's an older running back. It's driving the price down, but still, he's the veteran. He's going to get touches. You're getting him in round 8 versus a running back that's in round 5, getting this type of workload, getting this type of production. And as long as he's healthy on the field, you're good to go. And you're catching him cheap. He could be your RB3 even, depending on how you're drafting. Maybe your RB2 if you're going hero RB-ish and you're starting to go RB in round 8. That being said, he's stable and he's that stable draft in the later rounds. James Cook, RB13, round 5. He's going round 5, an underdog. Maybe you're in that range in your league. Maybe around 4-ish. If you're in a league that goes running back heavy, or if you're around the Buffalo area, maybe even round 3 range. But he can give you some production. He is using the passing game a little bit. He's a running back to look to if the wide receivers start to feel icky in his range. If the wide receivers are good, if you got a lot of wide receivers you like there, you may want to keep rolling with the wide receivers because that's going to tear off a little bit. And the running backs are good in the round 7, the round 8, round 9 range that you can roll with. Probably get a similar RB1 performance rate compared to him because you also got those down games last year. That being said, James Cook is a running back to look at, but also you want to look at the other players that are left on the board. Aaron Jones, round 7. Round 7 draft capital. He's going to be getting workload. He's going to be getting opportunity. He's going to be using the passing game. We're on the back 9 of his career, but he's good when it comes to getting opportunity, touches out of the backfield, going to be getting targets because these quarterbacks are going to check it down to him. Guarantee that. Guarantee that. And you're drafting workload at this point. This offense is in question. His health history is in question. I mean, look at the games missed last year. You see that down below. But again, at this point of the draft, Solid discount for a good running back who's going to get touches. Joe Mixon's too cheap. Joe Mixon's too cheap. He's going to be like round 5, round 4 in your actual league, though. I think he's going to jump the board and drafts a little bit more than what he's doing on Underdog Fantasy right now. I think he's going to be good on targets with the Texans. I think he's going to be getting workload. Look for something similar from what we're seeing in Cincinnati, especially in the back. Look for that. Look for that. If he's healthy on the field, getting snaps, touches, everything else like he should be, look for that down there. Just look for that down there. That's what that's going to look like. Kenneth Walker, round 6. We're sharing with Zach Charbonnet. I look for Zach Charbonnet to get a little bit more workload. Kenneth Walker, though, is going to be the guy. He is very quick, very fast. He's going to give you splash performances, as you see down there with that 30-point game. Kenneth Walker, when he's healthy on the field, he is the guy for this team. Charbonnet's good in the passing game. Both these running backs last year took turns getting injured. I see that going forward. I just see that for some reason I see that going forward still. Kenneth Walker 2 years in a row. Zach Charbonnet, start of the season, middle of the season. They just took turns. That'll probably happen again. That's just what running backs do. Just be prepared. And then at where these guys are going in drafts, you can kind of stack them up if you want to. Kenneth Walker, though, I think at the price tag, if this type of running back, if he was healthy all year, giving you that production, you would probably draft him like round 4 range, at round 6 range. And I look for that to be in standard drafts too. I think that's a good discount for him. Josh Jacobs is too cheap. Josh Jacobs is too cheap. He needs steamed up the board a little bit. I look for this production, but better. This production, but better this year with the Packers. If he's healthy on the field, you're getting better than this. You are getting better than this. You're getting this opportunity share right here. If I'm pointing in the right direction, you're getting that. And better production. The team's better. They're going to move the football better. Josh Jacobs is at a discount. Chase Brown, the Bengals media likes him a lot. He's got a lot of pop in the step. He's got almost a 20-point week down there below an RB1 week. That's because he's very explosive. He is very productive in college. That being said, he could be getting some opportunity, but he's sharing with Zach Moss. Zach Moss is very dependable. Pass pro, between the tackles, his vision, he can be productive. These guys are probably going to feed off each other throughout the season. Ultimately, you want the cheaper one, but again, scare money don't make money. And if you're going to take the gamble, Chase Brown's probably going to be the one, more likely giving you the opportunity to win your league. But pay attention to both running backs and where they're going in your draft. Zamir White has upside for days. Look at the back 9 of the season there. Top 5 in opportunity throughout the back 9 there as well. When Josh Jacobs was out, look for that throughout the season. Look for him to be getting those touches. I question the quarterback play and their ability to move the ball consistently. That might impact his touchdown rate. That might hurt him in those regards. But he's going to be getting workload. He's going to be getting opportunity. You are buying a lot of touches at round 8 draft capital, maybe round 7 in your home league. Alvin Kamara. He's a great RB2 for your fantasy team. He's a great RB2. Healthy on the field. Expect what you see down there. Expect what you see down there. A bunch of RB1 weeks. Round 7 draft capital. About 7 targets a game. Getting those checkdowns. Just being Alvin Kamara until the wheels fall off. That's what you're getting. At that price tag, you got to hit that button. At that price tag, you got to hit that button. David Montgomery is just steady Eddie. Might be too expensive for that, but he's steady Eddie. That being said, if you want a dependable running back and you steamed up a wide receiver and you just want something dependable and you don't want to gamble with any of the other running backs, good to go. But again, Jahmyr Gibbs is there. I look for Jahmyr Gibbs to get more workload in the passing game, more opportunities. David Montgomery's going to be a thorn in his side. He will have some good weeks this year. He will have some good opportunities. He will be performing. He will get you double-digit PPR fantasy performances. Probably will average 14, 15 points per game off and on. Maybe around 12 to 13. Maybe it dips a little bit. Ramondre Stevenson. Cheap. He's dependable. He's going to be on the field. He's going to be getting touches. Probably similar to this. Maybe a little bit better because Zeke's gone. And why does that matter? And I've been thinking about this, processing this. Zeke is very dependable in pass protection. Now they have to use Ramondre Stevenson for that. He's very dependable in those concepts. You got a young quarterback back there. You got to keep him upright. You paid him. That's another sign that he's going to be getting workload. You're going to catch something like this, maybe a little bit better. But I can guarantee you, The snaps are going to be there, and the touches are going to be there. It might be annoying, but the work rate's going to be there. Javonte Williams, round 10 draft capital. He's getting opportunity. Now he's cheap. The market hates him because rumor was he's fighting for a starting job, which he's always going to be fighting for a starting job. And he might lose at middle of the season, but he's going to start off getting something similar down below, getting opportunities, getting touches. This Broncos offense is something you don't want to buy into. You don't want to be highly leveraged in, but he could give you some opportunities, averaging around 11 points per game. 11 points per game is very doable for him in this offense, just by default. Around 10 points per game, 11 points per game, that's pretty easy. Round 10 draft capital with some spike weeks here and there. If he crosses the goal line and catches a few balls, that could happen. Look at Audric Estime and other running backs as well, because Audric Estime is blowing dudes up at camp. They like him a lot. He's good between the tackles, very productive at Notre Dame. Not the fastest running back, not the flashiest running back, but he does have good feet for his size. Something happens to Devontae, or if they want to move on mid-season because they want to see what they got in Audric Estime, because no one's thinking the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl, are they? No one's thinking they're going to win the Super Bowl. Audric Estime might be a waiver wire claim middle of the season. Jaleel McLaughlin could be another big waiver wire claim or a good backup to have on your roster. Good catching balls out of the backfield. Good as a spell. Different between Williams, Pirine, Estime. Could be giving you some upside down the line, especially in some of these matchups. Zeke back with Dallas. And Dowdle could be the man. I don't think they got a man. But Zeke's going to be dependable in pass protection. That could allow him to just sit there on the field, maybe get some goal line looks. He might make this backfield even uglier. He might give you some production. He might fall into some production. He might be sucking some wind on the field, but he might fall into some production. Round 11 draft capital. You're looking at a running back that will be on the field. Austin Eckler. At round 11 draft capital, you're drafting him, and then you're praying that he's not dust. Because if he's not dust, and Jaden Daniels is throwing him checkdowns, you got yourself an RB1. That's the gamble here. And if not, and he's dust, he gets hurt again or whatever, you just play the waiver wire. So there's nothing really to think about here. ADP about $130. Round 11 draft capital. He's a second commander running back coming off the board per ADP. There's nothing really to think about here. It's a good gamble to make if you want to make a gamble at running back. Zach Charbonnet, you can really hammer him with Kenneth Walker and get them both. Especially if it's like last year and both of them are taking turns getting injured. Zach Charbonnet is good at catching balls out of the backfield. He's a very steady running back prospect. He's also good between the tackles. These guys are going to eat into each other. But the ADP at the price, it's already baked in. It's already baked in. You already know that. It's not like you're paying up and now you got to worry about that. It's cheap. Both these running backs are at a discount. It's all baked into that. He can give you some good performances. He's not going to start off as your starting running back. It's going to sit there on your bench. And maybe you flip him for a waiver wire running back later. But again, Zach Charbonnet is going to be giving you some opportunities. Jalen Wright on the Dolphins. We know about the Dolphins. Fast-paced offense. Anybody who's breathing on the field, taking snaps, can give you big-time fantasy production. If something happens to HN, something happens to Mostert, you're going to be looking at Wright. 4.3 speed, has the size. Not the flashiest running back when it comes to vision and everything else. Jalen Wright, though, and I spelled his name wrong up there, and that's kind of funny, does have tremendous upside, and at that price tag, it's good to go. Ray Davis, same thing. He's going to be sharing the workload with James Cook. He's looking good. He's got a lot of pop in the step. He's looking very fluid. Both these running backs have fumbled a good bit or more than what you like in training camp, but that's just part of the game. They're both going to be getting an opportunity. Both of them you're going to be watching once the season starts. Ray Davis is a good guy to get on the back end of your rosters as stash, just like Blake Corum here. Blake Corum is very dependable. Out of all the running backs in this year's draft, probably the most pro-ready. It's the Kyren Williams show. He's not coming to steal the job. He will eventually once the wheels start to fall off. But if the wheels fall off at all or start to get nicked up this year, it's going to be the Blake Corum show, and he could step in and just hammer it home for you. That's why he's an expensive stash here. Same with Trey Benson and James Conner. RB33 off the board. Upside for days. If he gets opportunity, he could be an RB1 for you. He could be a league winner. But those are 25 running backs that we're looking at who are jumping the draft board. Let me know who you think you want in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.